I really don't want to make a long intro for this one. You saw the title and thumbnail, you know what this is about. The Shell Cup is the worst cup in Mario Kart World and we all know it. So I'm just gonna go over why it's bad, what the problems are in every track and path, and some ideas on how to make it better. Subscribe if you enjoy, and let's get tipsy. We're gonna be tackling this one track at a time, so we begin with Koopa Beach. I think having this track in the game is extremely funny conceptually, but there's a lot of people that consider it the worst track in the game. It doesn't even get the baby park boost of chaos because it's too wide for that. I also don't like how it's called Koopa Beach, since that's not its name. Its name is Koopa Beach. Koopa Beach is the N64 stage. Speaking of which, duh, that's what they should have done. They should have remade the one from N64, likely taking closer inspiration to the version seen in Mario Kart 7. Either way, lots of ways to expand it, water cuts can be taken, and the tunnel will not only be a great shortcut, but also a really pretty place to look at in free roam. This approach wouldn't even need to get rid of Koopa Beach too. You could put it closer to the east side, so you will drive by it while taking an animation in that direction, like the one that you're supposed to take in this Grand Prix, and you could even have a Pisos Mission tribute track like Koopa Beach 1. I suppose you could alternatively have it behave similarly to the Mario Circuit medley seen in the Lightning Cup, and it could work, albeit with 2 or 3 laps of it since it's only 2 short tracks. But I don't think the tracks are interesting enough to make that the ideal solution. If we go with my route, N64 Koopa Beach would still get the Beach Rave remix, while SNES Koopa Beach will get the Carol one instead. Or 2, since there's apparently 2 of these in the game? Whatever the case, we move on from Koopa Beach and travel to Faraway Oasis. Like I said, any animation going to the east will still have Koopa Beach 2 show up, but that's the only real change of the animation itself. Faraway Oasis is not nearly as bad as the rest of the tracks in this cup. In fact, I would say it's one of the best tracks in the game. The actual layout of the track will not be changed at all. But I've seen people complain about the lack of animals in this track. You can see them nearby both in free roam and in intermissions, but on the track itself there's very little animal interaction. So to fix that, we're just gonna add animals here and there. A giraffe can extend its neck near the rails on the side at the start, making the faster route a bit riskier to take. An elephant and some zebras can roam around the last turn on laps 2 and 3, potentially blocking the shortcut and making comebacks a little less ridiculous. Maybe there could be an alligator in the water section. An optimal lap would still be the same as before, but having to watch out for wild animals could make things a lot more interesting. Also, just wanna point out that I tried to Google these little guys, the alligators that already exist in Mario Kart World. I typed in Google, alligator Mario, and the first image was Vector the Crocodile from Sonic. I know why this happened, it's just really funny. So far, we had a track replace it to something very similar, and minor track adjustments. The next 2 tracks are going in a different direction though. Infamously, these 2 tracks are the only 2 tracks that can be found in multiple cups in the Grand Prix, Crown City and Peach Stadium. And while their appearances in the Mushroom and Special Cups respectively won't be altered at all, they will no longer be found in the Shell Cup. The intermissions to them will still exist to access in Versus mode, and the ones from Crown City are actually unchanged. But the ones leading to Peach Stadium will actually make you play through, the real track, instead of this stupid ass paperclip. This removes the definitive worst track in the game and replaces it with one that's just okay? I don't know man, this track's kinda mid. Anyway, these 2 tracks are no longer going to appear in the Shell Cup, because we're adding 2 new tracks to the game. The first one will be found near Peach Stadium, just a little more to the east. And it will actually be GBA Peach Circuit. The lack of GBA tracks in this game is a big point of contention for this game's retro selection, so adding at least one of them should help satisfy things at least a bit. This may be a bit of a simple layout, but Mario Kart Tour has shown that you could definitely expand on it. We could even add some verticality here and there. Plus, since it's near Peach Stadium, it keeps the whole Peach theme the area has, which is why I didn't go for Luigi Circuit instead. And hell, depending on your origin track, you could end up racing it backwards. Oh, by the way, if space is a bit of a concern, you could move Cheep Cheep Falls and Dandelion Depths a little to the north. As for the last track, this one's another fun one. We'll be moving south, pretty close to the big bridge. Close enough to have tangible gameplay differences if you ever take an animation that goes through that bridge, regardless of direction. But what track would fit right in the middle of the water like that? Well, it'll be none other than the Thor original track that didn't make it into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Piranha Plant Pipeline. I will say though, this will require some heavy modifications to work. Its start location will be on that little island connected by the bridge. Most of the pipes will give you access under the water, with some of them leaking enough to allow for water driving, particularly at the end. But all of the open sections will peak from just the shallow ends of the water. This will not only make for cool scenery during the track, but any animation that passes by here could benefit from it. Some big piranha plants could be spitting fire into the bridge, or hell, any animation that passes by the water, like Peach Stadium to Koopa Beach, could use the pipes to get some extra tricks, making them a tad more interesting. Or maybe any animation leading to Piranha Plant Pipeline like the pitch circuit one we're adding here, could pass by the middle before doing a turnaround at the finish line, kinda how Wario Stadium and Moo medals do it. Maybe from certain animations it could also be raced backwards. It'll be harder to make that one work, but not impossible. Anyways, that's it for this video. Bit of a shorter one today. I originally wanted to turn this into a YouTube short, but I had too many ideas and there was no way that'll fit a YouTube short. But trying a shorter video works out. Do you all think the Shell Cup is fine as is? Do you like my ideas? Or is there anything you would have done differently? Let me know in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care.